All right, what we have here is a John Deere 1023E. We bought it. We bought a 4-acre farm, and of course, we needed something to do the land and garden and whatever else we can think of. Um, when I bought it, I thought it was a little underpowered, but over the course of owning it, I don't really think it is for what we're doing. Um, I believe it's an 18 horsepower. I'm not quite sure about that. Um, but it does pretty well. Um, I've owned it for a while now, and about 6 months, and it's I'd say it's good for what we're doing. For 4 acres, anything more than that, I'd probably go up to a 1025 or the 1028 or up on. Um, but I got the industrial tires and the bucket, and I have a mower deck for it. It's the 48 inch, no 52 inch mower deck, and in thick grass, it gets a little mowed down, a little bogged down. You got to slow down a little bit, but other than that, it goes uphill, downhill, all that stuff. We have pretty steep hills in where we're living, and does pretty well. And I'm no light person, and I don't really see much with pulling it up and down hills. You do need counterbalance, of course, obviously, and I work for a trucking company, and the rider shop that's in our place throws these out all the times. And since scrap is so low here, they just throw these out. They don't do anything with them. They said it's more expensive for the guys to come get it than it is for what it's worth. So I got two of them and painted them up. And when the thing's lifted, they're on the middle bar, not the side ones. It just falls down. Um, I added an axe. I used U-bolts. I've seen somebody else do that, and I liked it better, since you don't have to drill through the frame, and it's wide enough that the axe won't come out until you twist it, and then it'll come out, and it doesn't touch the bottom, just very close. So I like it. It works. Haven't had much to do with chopping right now. Um, it's still pretty wintry. It's the first 60-degree weather we've had in a long time. And I added a 50 cal ammo can toolbox. I think altogether $20. I'm into it, and I bought it brand new because I didn't have one lying around. They're all being used for ammunition. If I would do it again, I would do it differently, but for what I'm gonna do, it's fine. I'm not gonna replace it. I added a Gerber Machete I had lying around. I attached a U-bolt through the sheath, and then just have one down there to hold it. And it works. I was going to put this all in a carry-all on the back, but these are things that I think I would use on a regular basis. Like, so if I'm tilling, I don't have the carry-all, I don't have these things. So I think that was the more appropriate route for me instead of the carry-all. I think I'm still going to get a carry-all because it's nice to have, but it'll be for hauling bags of mulch or something like that around. I also added LEDs to the front, or to the roll bar. U-bolts again, piece of C channel, bolted the lights to that, and put U-bolts and held that on. And the hole that it's going through is a factory hole, so I didn't have to drill anything. I originally put that tubing around it, but I couldn't spin the lights like this with the tubing around it. So if I want to do some tilling or something like that, I spin lights. Now I got rear lights. If I want to go both forward, they go both forward, and so on. So I left it like this. I'm looking for some other way to do it, because you can catch it on tree branches and stuff like that. I've trimmed most of the trees on the property to above the roll bar height, so maybe it won't, but it's always better to, be safe about it, because I had a hell of a time rolling it through this, running the wire through the roll bar. And the U-bolts I haven't cut yet because, wasn't really sure this was final, but I'm pretty sure after using it, plowing and stuff like that, I'm not going to change it. It's pretty good. And they're bright. Pretty bright. I got them from Tractor Supply. That's the box they came in. And that is the right price on there. They were originally 50 some odd dollars. And I just happened to go into TSC and was checking on these lights to see if they ever marked down, because I put them on the front of my truck. And they were pretty bright, and I said, well, I'll get a couple sets if they go down. I walked in there, and lo and behold, somebody messed up the pricing, and I bought 4 of them for $10, $11.99. And I went up front, and I said, is this right? She said, no, it's not right, but we'll give it to you. So, hey, I won that day. By the time I got something. And I just wired it to the battery. I don't know if you can see, that's kind of dark. Just put a line right to the battery. The fuse is right next to the battery. You want it as close as possible to the battery. I ran it along the tubing that was already in there. I got the panel. This comes off, but it comes off bolts. But I ran along other electrical wiring in there, so ran in the same tubing conduit. It comes underneath here, goes to the floor, goes back there, comes up to the channel, goes up to it. And then I got one of these rocker switches that light up. John Deere green. No, it's not John Deere green, but the hole for that was already there. All I did was pop it out and wire it. The hardest part was getting it through the ROPS bar. That was definitely the hardest part. I don't know what we'll be doing it to the future. I know we're going to get a tiller, that's for sure. We're going to need to get that soon because garden season's about to start. And then maybe a one bottom plow or something like that. I added these hooks. I noticed a lot. Do you mind? Yeah, I know. I noticed a lot of people put these hooks either on the top of the bucket or inside the bucket or something like that. I wanted to put them on the outside, and I run a strap across there, and then I can run like a chain or another strap or something like that. And if something breaks, the bucket, should catch all if I put the bucket right. And if this cord from there to there breaks, it'll wrap around, hit there, and it won't hit me. Hopefully, that's the idea. But we're gonna test that because there's some trees I'm gonna have to cut down, and I'm gonna use this to drag them out. But it's pretty nice. The bucket comes on and off pretty easily. Make sure when you undo the hydraulic hoses that you relieve pressure. I read the book and the instruction manual, but apparently I missed that part. So when I tried to hook it back up, it would not hook back up. The hydraulics wouldn't hook back up. So I had to call, and they said basically push it on something hard, as hard as possible, and it'll shoot the liquid out and then just refill it up. And that's what I did. So it's all a learning process. You can only read the instruction manual so much, but that takes you only so far, I'm more of a hands-on person anyway, so. But other than that, it's working out pretty decent. No complaints so far. The Mower Deck, for me, is a little difficult to hook up. I've had a lot of issues with it. I don't know if it's something I'm doing wrong or maybe something's just off on the deck. I called my John Deere dealership that sold me the tractor, Mead Tractors. Give them a little advertisement. That's who I bought it from. And they said if you can't get it, we'll send somebody out to help you with it, and if it's something wrong, they're going to replace it. So it's got a 5-year warranty on it, which is pretty good. That's a pretty long time, I think. You can't even get some cars nowadays 5-year warranty, so it's nice to see that they're backing it up with that. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with it so far. The true test, like I said, we pull the roots out. Pull the trees out and do the gardening and really get into some hard stuff. I haven't done anything really too hard with it. other than hauling around, sacks of concrete up to our chicken coop I'm building. And that's about it, really. But if you have any comments, questions, just leave them in the comments below, And if you see any way I can do something better, especially that wiring, somebody can recommend something to protect that wiring better besides that plastic conduit, let me know. And I'll check it out. And if I use it, thanks. Because that's all YouTube's about. That's where I get most of my ideas for this stuff. Well, all right. You all have a good day. See you later.